Adam Savage here in my cave with a tool tip based on inspiration from Ted Woodford and Woodford Guitars, one of my favorite YouTube channels. Ted is a luthier. I like to refer to him in my own head as the cranky luthier because he does a lot of sighing and talking. You never see his face most of the time. But you hear his voice on camera like, oh, I really don't want to do a bridge rebuild. I just find I find the way in which he delivers the beauty of his craft with such a kind of a world weariness to be very enjoyable, and I connect with it. And one of the things I'm particularly astounded by about Ted's work is as he's taking apart guitars, I did not realize until I looked at his channel how many different glues there are used within the manufacturing of a guitar, and how certain glues are used so that aspects of the guitar's construction are reversible. So there are fish glues and meat-based glues. I'm not getting the names right. And there are glues that you can undo just by heating. And he's built some custom heaters for getting into the dovetail of a neck reset and heated it enough until he could get it to move. I had no idea such a thing was possible. And so as I've been watching, I watch all of his videos about once every 6 weeks. I'll just watch whatever he's made, and he puts out something fairly regularly. And this heating aspect has been really blowing my mind. He also heats like frets before he removes them sometimes. Or there's all of these ways in which precise application of heat on the guitar yields some really interesting results. And inspired by him, I went and bought one of these wood heaters. This was like $120 some odd. We'll include a link in the comments below, but this is not what I'm doing the tooltip about. Nope. This, because I clearly haven't used this. I just pulled it out of its plastic. This is a brand new tool to me. No, my tooltip today is about what this is replacing, which is this. And you may wonder what utility an iron has, but I think that actually I might have already made it clear that a household iron should absolutely be part of your tool stock as a beginning maker. This is you can go to Walgreens and buy a brand new one for like 21 bucks. You could probably get one at a garage sale for like $1. And all it is a metal plate with a heating element behind it. You can sometimes add steam, although steam has come in sometimes for hat adjustment. But for the most part, just being able to have a heatable surface is a huge thing. And I've gone through 2 irons here in the shop over the years. Of course, you can use these for iron-on patches and putting stuff on that uses heat, but it's also a really great way, as I've watched Woodford Guitars do, to soften things up for their removal or disassembly. So this is a really, really simple and straightforward tool tip. In the same way that like a blow dryer, actually I'm going to extend this tool tip because I've already talked about blow dryers. I did a love letter to the blow dryer a few months ago. These two, you don't necessarily consider these maker tools, but they are. And when you graduate, and I don't mean graduate like you'll never use a household iron again, because I certainly use this thing all the time here in the shop. I use it when I'm doing fabric-based stuff a lot in order to iron stuff into the shape I want before I sew it. This is just used on a daily basis, which is why it's never not plugged in. But the graduate version of this is clearly one of these, a very temperature adjustable heater with a shape that allows you very precise application of that heat. When you graduate from the blow dryer, you graduate to something like this, a heat gun. And again, forgive me if I've already done this, but once you have applied heat with one of these, when you want to get hotter and more precise, I love this DeWalt, and I specifically love that it's got a very low setting. So I'm going to finish this on the DeWalt's low setting, which has been really helping me out lately. First of all, it has temperature adjustment back here, which is great. Now that's a lot of heat coming out. And to be clear, a heat gun is such that with that amount of heat, you can actually set stuff on fire right here. That's how hot it can get. But you can also go to a half position. You can also go to this half position, and I really like this. I've been using soft solder wire lugs lately, where the heat gun, anyway, I've been using some products lately that the low setting on this DeWalt heat gun has been absolutely perfect for my needs. Oh, absolutely perfect for my needs. And I love this sort of 1-2 punch, the simple blow dryer and the more advanced heat gun, the humble household iron and the more advanced actual maker's shop iron. And this exemplifies to me, my purchase of this exemplifies my shop philosophy, which is use the tool you know you have a use for. I did not have a use for this until Woodford Guitars YouTube channel showed me what I could do with a more precise iron. And that made it reasonable for me to add this to my tool roster. I saw the need. That's kind of how I advocate building your tool corral. Don't get something just because you can. I mean, if it's a great deal and you pass by a garage sale and get one of these for 10 bucks, by all means do it. But I tend to wait for the acquisition of new tools until I see their need. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this heated discussion. I'll see you next time. Ha!